Hello everybody and welcome to part 14 of Let's Play Battlefield Iraq. Today we are engaging the Americans in fierce urban combat in this large and wealthy city. Hopefully we can achieve a victory even greater than that of Al-Qaeda. Hopefully we will vanquish the Yanks from this city. And first of all, our first objective right now will be to get this motherfucker in the driver's seat to stop honking his horn. Come on, there we go. He can be the machine gunner instead, I don't care. We've got bases to capture and he was doing a terrible job. Now let's put our foot on the pedal, let's put our foot down on the gas, hail Saddam, and capture this checkpoint. Because I spy Americans. And unlike us, the Americans have come prepared. They have heavy armor and explosives. Which means that we are quite screwed. They've got helicopters and a lot of other vehicles. Thankfully we've got some armored vehicles, though it's impossible to see through the windows. But nonetheless, I will use the machine guns. With this beautiful Russian-made technology, I will blow up these American intruders. Now that's an Iraqi comrade right there, or so I think. And that's why I will move my fire in this direction. We will hold the Americans at this bridge, no matter what. They shall not pass. They shall die like the rats that they are. They are infidel bastards. They shall not penetrate our armor. Not today. Iraq shall flourish. Your rockets shall do nothing. You shall fail, you American bastards. Okay, my vehicle's starting to catch fire. It's time to change tactics. Okay, that's not gonna work. And I just got sent about as high as a goddamn scud. Well, it's time to hold the line, to dig in and beat these Americans back. So let's take cover and give these Americans hell. You want some? You've got some. Come on! Get at me, bro! Come at me! God damn it. Okay, we've been evicted from the city entrance. The Americans have begun their advance. This is very bad, but I will keep a level head. I will not start screaming, as I did in previous episodes, because that means that I am letting the Americans get to me. And by God, by Allah I swear, that I will not let these Americans undermine me. I will not let these Americans undermine Iraq. We shall cross the frontiers. We shall break all the boundaries that our ancestors were too scared to break. We shall shoot for the stars and we shall fight these Americans back. This is a historic day, for if we can hold this city, we can confirm our advantage in this war. We can march to glory. We can crush these Americans. All we have to do is believe in ourselves, in our power, in our capacity as soldiers. Our armor is getting knocked out by the Americans, but it will do them no good. Now I'm going to adjust my position and fire off another rocket at this Bradley. Just die already, you American scum! Alright, things will be a little harder than I expected. Luckily there seems to be a vehicle at this overlook. I'll take it and see what I can do. Now, we are braver than the Americans. This is a fact. However, we have got to show this to the world. I'll be commandeering this T-62 right here and putting it to good use against the American menace. Because America is an evil empire. It is the great Satan, and we shall stop them. We shall stand and fight. Because otherwise, we will let the Americans destroy the Arab world, corrupted with their decadence and lack of morals. And that is something that I cannot passively sit by and watch happen. No, for we have captured an American vehicle, or at least we shall in a moment. Now we have captured this American vehicle, we can begin to continue our advance. We shall fight the good fight against the Yankee menace. Their end shall be glorious. Come on, you American rats. Give me your best shot. We desperately need to knock out that Bradley if we want to be in with a chance of survival. We failed in that, but we have pushed the Americans even further back. This is an accomplishment. Our men have taken the city entrance. Now we can begin to fight back once more. We shall fight until there is no more to fight for. The Iraqi army will never surrender. Allahu Akbar! Now let's fire again, because these Americans are bombarding us heavily. We are braver than them, however, because they are hiding behind their technology, behind their computers. We, the Iraqi army, we are advancing with our human bravery driving us forward. Nothing else. We are the great warriors of Babylon, and we shall show this to the world. Now, so long as we can hold that city entrance, we have got a fighting chance. Because this is some fierce urban combat we've got right here. We are fighting tooth and nail to hold this area. And the Americans won't stop until we have completely exhausted their resources. For once, they're actually being pretty brave. So I'll plaster them with a few rockets and teach them what true bravery looks like. Their assault is growing, but we shall hold the line. These Americans shall be vanquished. We shall chase them all the way back to Washington, D.C. if we have to. Now, who wants some? Do you want a piece of me, you American bastard? Do you? Now, we've got a line to hold and a country to defend. So let's murder as many American infantrymen as we can. Holding the line against these Bradleys for as long as possible. We shall overcome. We shall never surrender. We shall fight. We shall fight. And we shall fight some more. So let's do this right. Let's win. In your face, Mr. Bush. The Iraqi army is unstoppable. We shall hold this line until the skies rain with fire, until the sun turns black, until pigs fly, and until America becomes a good country. Because I believe that these Americans will not leave us alone. so long as we continue to have oil. They will fight again and again and again, no matter how many times we beat them back. No matter how many Humvees we blow up, no matter how many body bags we send home to the Yankee mothers. Because these goddamn Western slaves are indoctrinated to fight and to die for whatever their president says. I won't deny that we are in a similar situation. However, unlike them, we are fighting for all that is good and just. And we will not forget that as we advance and as we hold our ground against these Americans. Because they are flying like rats. They are being dispersed by our forces as we speak. And now I shall use my sniper rifle to take out some more of these Americans. It's a pretty shitty sniper rifle, but it will do the job. Now who else wants a piece of me? Looks like a 3-shot kill. Not all that potent. Not at all. So I'm gonna have to change my tactics and get an armored vehicle. Because we have to throw the Americans back across the bridge. We must vanquish them from our country. We must fight as if there is no tomorrow. Dance as if nobody's watching. Love as though you've never been hurt. Fight as though there is no tomorrow. That shall be the motto of the Iraqi Republican Guard. These Americans shall be chased back. They shall retreat, and they shall constantly retreat. We shall leave the streets of this city red with infidel blood. Urged on by this poster of the great Saddam with tanks, horses, mosques and scuds and jets urging us all forwards in the name of Iraq, in the name of our livelihoods, in the name of our families. Long may our victory last against these American rats. We shall overcome and we shall vanquish them from our country. We shall defeat the Americans. We shall establish a clean and pure Iraq. The Gulf War shall be decided in our favor. They shall be left licking their wounds, and I know it. I promise this to you on my reputation as an honest man. Now let's take out these Bradleys while they're still distracted. God damn it, they've caught me. Let's charge! Like true Iraqi warriors, we shall crush these Americans the old-fashioned way. I'm gonna pull out my RPG and face this Bradley head on. So far we've been doing spectacularly well. It seems like the troops from past battles, those who defeated the Americans before, are fighting on our side today. Now let's take this Bradley out for good. Allahu Akbar! Easy. Easy fucking peasy. Now let's get down to the dirty business. We'll stop these Americans, for though they're hijacking our vehicles and advancing on our gates, the enemy shall be stopped. They shall be vanquished. They shall be annihilated. Never again will the Americans dare to fight. Now, this car, this automobile is probably older than I am. Because honestly, it looks like something from the Second World War. And if it is from the Second World War, then I'll be proud to use it. Just as the Nazi, fascist Hitlerists were defeated by the glorious freedom-loving peoples of Europe. We, the Iraqis, shall defeat these imperialist Americans who are trying and failing to destroy the Arab world. We, the peace and freedom-loving Arabs, will never allow this to happen. Now, our situation is growing ever more desperate. But we must hold the line. We must fight. We must die for our country. Anything less would be to betray our fatherland. Now let's take these Americans out. And I got crushed by my own comrade's car. Great. Just perfect. Let's take it from the top. We're fighting desperately, but we have hope. We have a chance. We are going to win this because we shall dare to dream of a world where the Arabs can live in peace and unity, free of the Americans, free of all the imperialists, from east or from west, from north or from south. We shall teach these Americans a lesson, even if we have to give every single life in Iraq. We shall fight and we shall give our blood in the name of the holy war against the American infidels. Okay, time to fall back. We'll take cover behind this car. It looks like it could have been pretty good back in the day. Who knows, a Lada or something. If you have any ideas what model of car this is, please tell me in the comment section. And Sheridan has spotted me. Time to take cover. Anybody else who wants to tango with the nerd gamer? Now, apparently I have the medic kit rather than the assault kit. That's just great. Take this, you Yankee scumbag! Take that! Now's our time to strike back. The Sheridan is in flames, and the Bradley has just arrived. And we've been revived. What gun do I have now? Am I armed with American weapons? It seems like I am. This is an M14 American rifle. We have captured the Yankee technology in battle. Inshallah, Allahu Akbar, they shall fall to their own weapons, like the putrid, foul heathens that they are. Now let's fight for Iraq. If we can get to those rocket installations, we might have a chance to knock out these Bradleys. So we've got to be careful. We've got to be sneaky. Sneaky breaky, as our Russian comrades would say. And that's what I'll try to do. We've got to be careful. We've got to be smart. And we've got to do this without these American rats catching on to what we're trying to do. Now I'm getting a bit dehydrated, so I'll be having a drink of water. Meanwhile, the Americans have noticed me. Well, that doesn't matter to me. It means that I'm distracting them from the rest of my comrades. And if such is the noble debt that I shall have, so let it be. And so my noble debt has been. We shall continue to fight the good fight. We shall continue to destroy the American menace. We shall defeat this evil superpower, this villainous state, and we shall do it for Iraq, but not only for Iraq, but for all the people in this world that dream of living in freedom, in happiness, in liberty. Allahu Akbar! Now this RPG is pretty potent indeed. It's sending these Americans running with their tails between their legs. Take that, you foul African American, serving the great evil America. Serving the country that stole your people, your ancestors from their homeland, which enslaved them. You should be ashamed. Now, this grueling combat grows ever more bloody. But I will not allow myself to fall. Now let's charge at these Americans with their own vehicles. We shall blow them up using their own ammunitions. We shall make them weep. We shall make them crawl on their knees, begging for mercy, begging us to give them a chance to sue for peace. And we will say, no thank you, America. You have done enough already. Now let's continue the advance. The heroic assault on these American positions. This bridge shall belong either to us or to nobody. And my cover just disappeared. Time to hide behind the bridge. And there we go. Let's continue to hold the line. Because anything less would be to betray Iraq. We shall fight! We shall resist! We shall defeat the Americans! I know that my rhetoric is starting to get repetitive, but I cannot think of anything better to say. Now, let us begin the triumphant march here at the gates of this city. We shall knock the American tanks out. Their planes shall fall from the skies. Their ships shall sink to the bottom of the sea. The Gulf will be red with the blood of American infidels. Allahu Akbar! Didn't do much. Let's try again. Allahu Akbar! Okay, now we got a face full of lead. Let's try one more time. Allahu Akbar! We've given it a shot. It's kind of working, but not enough. So I'm gonna plant some mines and go full suicide bomber. And I got killed. Great. Time to change our tactics. We have the Americans at a disadvantage. Their forces are being depleted. Their reserves are running out. Soon they shall be forced to bid a strategic withdrawal from this area. Because this battle will be too costly for them. Now, who wants a face full of Iraqi lead? There we go. Unfortunately, they're continuing to fight to the last man. It's a bravery that I wouldn't expect among these Anglo-American scholars. They're honestly starting to impress me. But impressions don't matter in war. What matters is who wins. And by God, I will win. I will stop these Americans from intruding in my dear Iraq. I will keep them out of my country. For the great leader Saddam Hussein, for the Arab Socialist Ba'ath Party, I swear that I will repel this American assault. That I will send them back to where they came from. Using this RPG. Now let's see how many American vehicles we can blow up. How many millions they will be in damage. How many millions it will take to repair this damage. We have to hold the fort. Because the Americans are on their last legs. Soon this glorious city shall be free of their foul grip. And what better way to liberate our town than to fight and to die underneath the glorious leader Saddam Hussein. Now let's revive our comrade. Welcome back to the world of the living. You'll have to wait just a little bit longer for those 72 versions. Okay, let's get revenge for his death. Damn. God damn. Well, this is it. The Americans are trying their final assault, for they are about to lose. Mr. George Bush and Mr. Norman Schwarzkopf are about to get the disappointment of their lives. They will be stopped in this city, and from here on forward, the American army will be the losing side of this war. The Iraqi army shall be triumphant, now until the end of days. We shall bring apocalyptic casualties upon these Americans. and we shall never give up. For we have claimed victory against the Americans. They are flying like rats. They are on the run. We have stopped them, though at great cost we have forced the Americans back. The beginning of the end is in sight. The second stage of the war has begun, the stage in which the Iraqi army shall have the upper hand. And if you enjoy the series, and if you want to see more and more victories, don't forget to leave a like and a comment, and to subscribe to my channel. I have been the Nerd Gamer. Thank you very much for watching, and goodbye for now. I'll see you all in the very next episode of Battlefield Iraq.